here for our winter beginning and advanced bands concerts. Welcome guests. In a few moments, we're going to get to see our amazing 4th and 5th grade bands. And what's really, really cool about this is when you get into 4th grade and 5th grade, if you want to play an instrument, you'll be able to join the band with Mrs. Wilson also. And there's some really, really fun and cool instruments. So our expectation is you're going to be listening with your ears. There's going to be a lot of fun songs, and this way you can start to look at the different instruments and see if you might be interested in one of those as you get older. I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Wilson, and I'm excited to see how hard our students have worked, and this is their first concert.
Thank you so much for coming to our concert. We have worked very hard and the students are doing such a great job. That first piece we just played was called Freedom's March by James Swearingen. That's a straightforward, spirited march, never fails to get your toe tapping, so I hope you enjoyed that one. You might have heard some patriotic tunes in there. Our next piece is called These always work just fine in rehearsal, and then when we have our concert, it's not so much. Gentle River, and Rachel's going to come up and tell us all about it.
Gentle River by Rob Ryan. This piece is a slow, pretty song. In your mind, picture the simple beauty of a river that flows peacefully through the golden hour. While sitting quietly beside the river, the gentle trickle of water and the soft breeze blowing through the trees give the impression of a calm and peaceful world. All of nature's wonderful sounds begin to resemble that of a carefully orchestrated musical performance.
the Barbarian by Randall D. Standridge. He's fast becoming one of the most favorite composers of all the band teachers in the world. He is writing some amazing and fun music for us. And you're thinking, well, it's January. Why are we doing this song? I'll explain it. So here's what the composer said about this piece. He said, during a composer's career, they write many Christmas songs. This is often a challenge for many reasons, but mostly there's just a limited number of tunes that have been done to death. So the composer, Mr. Standridge, wanted to find a new angle and put a different spin on some of the well-loved classic holidays songs. In this piece, he reimagines jolly old St. Nicholas as a warrior of the winter wastelands. Listen to the familiar tunes of Up on the Housetop and Jingle Bells as they're transformed into a war cry for Santa as he navigates the snowy desert with his 8 mighty reindeer, Basher, Danger, Lancer, Victim, Vomit, Brutus, Runner, and Blitzden. On Christmas night, he fights his way across the unforgiving terrain in time to bring toys to all the good children, leaving a path of destruction and candy cane carnage in his wake. So those were the ideas that the composer had when he was writing this piece. When I first heard it, oh, there it is. All right. When I first heard this song, I thought that maybe, my perception of this song was that maybe Santa has a side job, like when he's done bringing all the toys. Later on, he's kind of like becoming like a pirate. The music sounds a little bit like Christmas songs, but more like how a pirate would do it. So I hope that you really enjoy it. This is a really fun one that we really enjoyed doing for you.
Tiny bit, please.
Did you like that one? By the way, that was Max Cookson and Kate Sweats doing our narrating part. I hope that you like that. They worked really hard on that. And now we're going to have the beginning band is going to come in and play some songs for you. So we'll be right back. Right before school started in August, or about the first week of September. So they haven't been playing that long, but they have worked really hard. The beginning band has learned about 6 notes for our concert. To make this music sound more full, we have taken some simple melodies that you know and added bass lines to them to make them more interesting. One song even adds a harmony line to create a 3-part harmony. We have worked very hard. We are excited to perform it for you. Our first song will be called Closet Key. Those of you, some of you older students might remember this one from 2nd grade. This is an African-American song that originated in the South, but probably came from England at some point. It's a singing game that's played in a circle, and we learned it here at 2nd grade at Griswold School, so you might know this one.
Thank you.
song that I like to sing. It's a nursery rhyme and classic. It's the first song we have played with 80 notes or easy songs. Hot cross buns. Hot cross buns is an English nursery rhyme, Easter song, and street cry that talks about the spiced buns that have a white cross across them on them. They are associated with Good Friday, and you see them in the stores around Easter time. Back in 18th century England, street vendors would cry out about the buns they were selling to get people to come buy them. All the children would come running to get a tasty treat, much like we do today when the ice cream truck comes around.
Students, just as a reminder, if you're being a good audience, you're not chatting with friends that are sitting next to you, and your voices are off and your listen ears are on. Students worked very hard on their speaking parts to tell you a little bit about your song, and they worked very hard on their songs. So make sure that at the end of the song you can applaud, and that your voices are off so you're listening for the next song or the next speaker. Thank you. It was written by three composers in 1945 and was later used for melodies, cartoons based by Warner Brothers. In 1970, it was also used for the theme for Away Runner Show. Again, was used in 1995 as the ending theme of Sylvester and Twiggy Mystery Movies. The melody for this song also sounds much like the tune from Mary Had a Little Lamb.
sing By the Light of the Moon. This is a tune that our third graders learned to play on the recorders. Over many years, this tune has become a children's lullaby. McDonald had a band. This is a familiar song that we love to play. Listen for each section of the band to play a solo in the middle of the song. We hope you enjoyed our last beginning band selection.
I hope that you enjoyed our concert. I have a few people to thank. There's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes, besides all the students and all of their hard work and all of their practice. I thank all of our 4th and 5th grade teachers for all of their help and support getting students to band and to lessons on time and all of their support in the classroom. I thank Mr. Campbell and Ms. Gwynn for all of their help and support behind the scenes. They're always willing to fight. Ms. Wilson says, I need a new symbol. Okay, Ms. Wilson, how much is it going to cost? Okay, we'll get it for you. I thank Mrs. Fazina, who is doing such a great job with all of you and all of them. We are a good team together, working on Steady Beat. Kindergartners, we're working on Steady Beat, right? And that Steady Beat, if you were watching from where you were sitting, you saw them doing Steady Beat on their foot. Steady Beat is very important. So all of the things that we're learning in kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, and 4th grade all help for our bands to sound amazing. So thank you, Mrs. Fazina. Thank you to our superintendent of schools, Mr. Brian Bigby, for his continued support of the arts here in town. Thank you to Mr. Tyler Boyle, who is our K-12 Fine Arts Supervisor. He is always keeping all the music teachers in line and helping us do our jobs to the best of our abilities. Thank you to the parents of the 4th and 5th grade teachers for encouraging them to practice at home and to show responsibility and to be in the band. Thank you for your hard work at home. Thank you to our office staff, Mrs. Whittles and Mrs. Zupp, for all of their help and support, always fielding phone calls about early band and emails and helping with everything in the office. Thank you to Mr. Nick Smith and his staff for doing our recordings today. We appreciate you. Thank you to Ms. Ball, who was our IT staff, for setting up microphones and all the audio-visual help. Thank you to Mr. McCabe and all of our custodial staff for helping to set up and break down for the concerts. After you all leave, they have to get all of the chairs out of here and get all of the tables in for lunch and get ready for everybody to come have their lunch. So thank you for the custodians. As you might have noticed there's some taller students in our band today. Thank you to Mr. Cardozo and Ms. Gamble, who are our 5th grade teachers, and to Ms. Kavanaugh, who is also our building substitute, who's substituting for Mrs. Argos's class currently. And this evening we'll have even some more help with Ms. Kavanaugh's sister, Alice Kavanaugh, who's also going to be helping us tonight. She's studying to be a music teacher, and some of you might have had her as a sub sometimes she comes in. And to Mr. Sheflioni from Willard and Mrs. Ryan from Hubbard, who will also be helping this evening at our concert. So I thank you. Thank you for showing students that music is something that you can enjoy for your whole life. It's not just something you do in 4th and 5th grade and up to high school and then you're done. It's something that you can do forever. It's a lifelong love. So I hope that my band students will also have that lifelong love of learning music. Again, thank you for coming. Thank you for being a great audience. The first thing I'm going to do right now is I'm going to have the band students stand up and leave. So my 5th grade band students in the back may go put their instruments away, and my 4th grade band students, percussion, you may go. And then flutes. And as soon as they are all out, we will have your eyes looking at your teacher. Can you have your eyes looking at your teacher? How about to give them one more round of applause?